All right, so let's jump right in. Today we're going to talk about something pretty radical. The idea that love isn't just, a feeling, it's a real tangible force for change. We're going to break down this philosophy that takes this incredibly powerful emotion and turns it into a set of tools you can actually use to transform your life and maybe even the world around you. Our journey really starts with this quote from a figure called Zoran the Dragon. And wow, it just sets the tone perfectly, doesn't it? It's suggesting that change, this thing we often dread, isn't just about grinding it out. It's something sacred. It's a fire. And love is the spark that gets it all started. So, what exactly is this revolution of love? I mean, it sounds big. The source material makes it clear, though, it's not a political movement in the way we usually think of one. It's more like a living flame that's inside each of us. So, let's explore what it means to actually tend to that inner fire. Okay, so at its very core, this whole philosophy is an active, dynamic force. It's not a bumper sticker. It's not a passive idea you can just nod along to. It's an internal fire that you're meant to keep alive. And that fire, well, it has the power to reshape your inner world and the world outside. Now, this is where it gets really interesting because it's not just one thing, it's three things all at once. It's a movement because it's about a collective shift in how we pay attention to our lives. It's a myth because it helps us see our own life as this grand heroic story. And it's a memory because it's kept alive and passed on through things like music, art, and just sharing experiences with each other. And this is so crucial. This whole thing is not about becoming some flawless, perfect version of yourself. I mean, who could do that? Instead, it's about becoming a fully present version of yourself. It's about showing up for your own life, right here, right now, with purpose. That simple shift makes this whole journey feel so much more possible, you know? Okay, so if this revolution is a journey, what's powering it? What's the engine? The material we're looking at is super clear on this. The engine, the fuel for this whole thing is love. But not the passive, sit on the couch kind of love. Let's see how love becomes an action word here. This really shows how love becomes an active catalyst. The big takeaway here is that love isn't just some emotion you feel, it's a tool you use. It's the force that gives you the guts to face your own inner demons. It's what calms you down, what helps you heal, and, this is a big one, it's what gives you the strength to get back up when you fail. Love is the powerhouse. All right, so we've got our fuel, love. It gives us the power. But power needs direction, right? So how do we actually navigate this journey? Well, the framework gives us two key tools: ritual, which is kind of like your map, and creative defiance, which is like your flame. I love this side by side. It makes it so clear. On one side, you have ritual. That's all about creating structure, finding meaning in your day to day, turning just random stuff into a ceremony. Then on the other side, you have creative defiance. This is your resistance, but not angry resistance. It's resistance through hope. It's about creating something beautiful right in the middle of a mess. I mean, just think about it. The simple act of making your coffee in the morning, a playlist you put on to change your mood, taking one deep breath before a crazy day. These aren't just habits, they're rituals. They're tiny, conscious acts that give your normal day a little bit of meaning. And together, they create a map for living with intention. And creative defiance? It's writing something down when you feel like you have no voice. It's planting flowers in a spot that everyone's ignored. It's finding a reason to laugh when everything feels heavy. According to this philosophy, joy itself, well, joy is a powerful act of defiance. So we've covered the what and the why, now we're getting to the how. Because this isn't just a theory to think about, it's a practice, something you're supposed to live. The source calls this starting point the Dragon Trial, and it's basically an open invitation for you to start your own journey. It's the simple, obvious question, right? If this sounds good to you, if it resonates, what's the first step? Well, thankfully, the framework gives us a super clear four-part answer to get you started. So here it is, your practical guide. First, name your flame. Figure out your why. What's that one truth you believe in so much it makes you brave? Second, design a ritual. Build a new small ceremony around that truth. Third, defy with creativity. Take that energy and use it to build something beautiful where things feel ugly. And last, share the pact. This isn't a solo mission. It's meant to be done together. As we start to wrap up, this line from a poem called The Pact of Flame just feels like the perfect way to anchor all of this. This pact is the promise you make to yourself, to your truth, your rituals, your defiance. And the quote suggests that none of it is wasted. It's all being recorded somewhere, it all matters, and it all connects you to where you're truly meant to be. And so, we end up right back where we started, with this idea that change is sacred. This whole philosophy is about transformation. It's about turning our challenges into growth, our shadows into light. And it leaves us with a question, a really personal one. What part of your own life is waiting for this revolution to begin? What shadow are you ready to transform with that spark of love?